Good morning. Welcome to Monday Morning Yoga. This class will be our final class in the chakra series. So there are 7 main energy centers of the body. We have nadis throughout our body, which are energy channels. Energy flows up and down those channels. Through the center of the body are these 7 main energy centers. All the nadis have energy centers, but these are the main ones throughout the body that govern and control a lot of our functions of our physical health and wellness and our mental health and our balance. All the chakras that are from the solar plexus down are part of the physical world. All of those from the throat chakra up are part of our metaphysical being. The heart chakra joins both. So today we are on the crown chakra. The root chakra is the base chakra, Muladhara. The next one above that is the sacral chakra, Svadhisthana. The solar plexus chakra, Manipura. Anahata is the heart chakra. The throat chakra is Vishuddha. The third eye chakra is Ajna. And the crown chakra is Sahasrara. It's a little hard to pronounce. Sanskrit word, Sahasrara. So there are colors associated with each chakra, and those are helpful for visualization. So this chakra, I'm wearing violet today, or purple, is represented by this color, but also can be represented by white. Another way to visualize this chakra is every color is part of this chakra, kind of like every color in the rainbow. White is all colors. Black is the absence of color. White is the inclusion of all color. So that's another way to visualize this chakra, is that all colors are part of it. When you think of the lotus flower, which is representative of this chakra, it is the 1,000-petaled flower in many colors, in all the colors. So that's another way to think of this one, is that this chakra helps us connect with the divine, with everything that's above us, with the divine light. So a chant that you might say in this chakra is, I continuously walk in the divine light, or I forever walk in the divine light. So that's another way to think of this chakra, is that you are connecting with the divine in this chakra. Another way you might think of it is, in Eastern tradition, seeking nirvana. It's not really heaven, but it's seeking a state of perfection, a state of higher consciousness, spending an entire lifetime working towards that. And the only way that you can achieve that nirvana, that happiness, that ultimate peace in your life, is by learning to turn inward, learning to find balance, learning to join your physical with your metaphysical, and learning how to crowd out the noise of the world and turn inward and focus on the self. And that is what yoga is designed to help us do. Is, these asanas are great. They help us exercise. They help us feel good. We learn how to breathe. Those are only 2 limbs of yoga. The rest of yoga is really dedicated to how we are going to be as people, as humans, and how we live in this world in harmony, but how we also connect with that which is above us, our divinity. So that's a little lesson on Sahasrara. The hand mudra that I like to show for this is the lotus petal. And I know I've talked about the lotus flower before, so it's not really the lotus petal, it's the whole flower. The lotus is an interesting flower because it has to descend into a river at night. It grows out of the river, murky, muddy rivers. And it descends down into the water. And in the morning, it rises back up and greets the sun. But it's not all murky and muddy looking when it comes up. It's white, it's pure, it's renewed. So that's another thing to focus on in this chakra, is the idea of renewal. That every day is a new day. We always have a new opportunity to be who we want to be each day. So today's practice is going to be focusing a lot on poses that encourage us to meditate on that highest chakra, on Sahasrara, on the idea of walking in the divine light, on the idea of renewal with each day, on the idea of being that 1,000-petaled lotus that I've just described to you. So to start out, I invite you to sit back in your chair. And as far as choosing a chair, you can choose any chair that you want. I choose the standing room chair because it's the one that's usually in my office. But honestly, you can use a folding chair. You can use any chair. Ideally, no arms at all. You need to have the freedom to move your arms and to move about on your chair. So you need to not have arms. So sit back in your chair, bring your shoulders back, place your hands on your thighs. Start to inhale and exhale. Now, if you want, you can close your eyes. Or you can leave them open, but I think it's easier to start practices by turning inward, closing our eyes. As you breathe in and out, draw your attention to the top of your head, focusing on that chakra there, that energy center. Imagine it glowing in white or in many colors. Imagine that the light coming out of the top of your head, out of the crown chakra, is reaching up towards something higher. Think of it like a direct energy channel of your consciousness, your metaphysical nature, with the divinity that resides above you. Take note of any type of imagery that might be entering your vision. As you're breathing in and out of your nose, concentrate the movement of breath in the belly, expanding for the inhale and contracting for the exhale. Inhale with control, filling up your body. And exhale with the same type of control as you exhale, and empty the body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and draw your breath all the way to the crown of the head. Let's integrate some movement. Inhale your hands out and overhead. Exhale your hands out and down. Inhale your hands out and overhead. Exhale out and down. And let's inhale again. And exhale your hands out and down. Let's move forward in our chair. And we're going to do modified sun salutations today. So sun salutations in the chair. Inhale our hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, just resting across your legs. To start, this is our first forward fold of the day. Place your hands on the floor, drop your crown. Inhale, place your hands on your shins, draw the crown of your head forward, creating length, drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale down. Inhale your hands up again. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, laying over your legs, hands to your feet, drop your crown. Inhale into a flat spine, drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale your hands to prayer. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. So I'm going to invite you to change your arrangement slightly because we're going to go ahead and stand as we complete the rest of our sun salutation. So I'm going to turn my chair. Actually, I'm going to turn my chair so that I am facing the seat because I like to face the seat. Move my speaker out of the way. Okay, so standing in front of the chair. Now let's do that same half sun salutation that we started, but we're going to use the chair now so that we can get into a deeper supported bend. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, hands to the chair. Allow your body to drop, allow your crown to drop. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale, hands out to the side, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, hands to the chair. Drop the crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale your hands down. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, hands to the chair. Holding forward, drop the crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Move back into downward facing dog. So to do so, just move your feet back in space. Draw your hips back in space. Extend your arms forward as if you're pushing the chair away with your arms. Draw your shoulders down your back, away from your ears, creating as much length as you can from your tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Look up. Take your right leg and bring it up to the chair and drop your knee to the ground. Okay. So then inhale your hands up. Exhale your hands down onto the chair. Tuck your right toes. Rise up. to Tadasana. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale. Exhale your hands down. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, hands to the chair. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale back down. Take your left leg and place it back again, dropping your knee on the floor. Rise your hands up. Exhale your hands down to the chair. Tuck your left toe. Bring your right toe back to join your left. And go back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, pushing your tailbone back, creating length, allowing your heart center to pull towards the floor as you draw your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bring your left foot up to the chair. Drop your right knee. Right up. Exhale, bring your hands to the chair. Tuck your right toe. And then bring it up to join your left foot. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, hands to chair. Forehead to the chair. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Take your right foot back. Drop your knee to the floor. Rise your hands up. Exhale, hands down. Place them on the chair. Tuck your right toe and move back into downward facing dog. Enjoy that. And we're going to do that again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring your right foot in. Drop your left knee. If you want to, let's go ahead and extend our hips a little bit. So bring our right foot forward, bring our left knee back. Holding our hands on the chair, just allow our hips to open. One more inhale. Exhale, tuck our left toes, hanging onto the chair. Bring our left foot back to join our right. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, our hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, hands on the chair. Drop your forehead to the chair. Take your left leg back again. Rise up. Exhale, hands to chair. Tuck your left toes. Bring your right foot back to join your left, moving into downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, pushing our tailbone back, creating space between our ears and our shoulders, allowing our heart center to draw towards the floor. Inhale. Exhale, creating more space. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bring your left foot forward, create space and drop your right knee to the ground. Keeping your hands on the chair, go ahead and draw your shoulders back and down as you pull your hips forward, allowing them to sink to the floor. One more inhale. Tuck your right toes. Bring your right foot to join your left. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down, placing your forehead on the chair. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, your hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, hands on the chair. Drop your forehead. Take your right foot back again, dropping it on the floor. Rise your hands up. Exhale your hands down to the chair. Tuck your toes and move back into downward facing dog. Enjoy that. Drawing your shoulders together, down on your spine, pulling your tailbone back into space, creating plenty of length between your ears and your shoulders, continuing to breathe deeply. One more inhale. Exhale, push back. Let's go ahead and move forward. And inhale into a flat spine. Exhale, drop the crown of your head down. Inhale, rise all the way up. And then exhale, hands to prayer. Take this moment to draw your focus towards the crown chakra, towards Sahasrara. Say to yourself, I eternally walk in the divine light. I forever walk in the divine light. So we did that, and we're going to do tree pose, because tree pose is a pose that is associated with helping to balance this chakra. Okay, so what I want you to do is stand next to your chair. Pick your foot position that you want. So for chair yoga, I would often recommend that you do a supported tree pose. So that would be your toes are on the floor, your leg is turned out, use your core muscles to stand up good and tall, draw your shoulders down, and your heel is against the top of your ankle, or the inside of the top of the ankle, so above it. So your foot is wrapping around the ankle. Another option you have, if you have the balance, is to just wrap your foot around that ankle joint. Again, the heel is kind of in the same position. It's just a little bit higher, but now your toes are not touching the floor. You pick the position that you want. Whichever position you pick, and the other option you have is to go up to the middle of the calf. So whichever option you choose, use the muscles on the back, the gluteus muscles that surround either side of your sacrum. Draw them together. As you draw this left knee out to the side, or on the screen, it might look like your right knee. I want you to draw it out to the side using your muscles on your back. So your gluteus muscles right below those dimple points. So these are your butt muscles. Okay, draw them together. Draw your belly button in. Draw your shoulders down. If you need to hang on to the chair, continue to do so. Or you can challenge yourself and go into prayer. Prayer mudra with your hands. And if you want to further think about this chakra, create the lotus in that mudra. Create the lotus mudra with your hands. One more inhale. And then exhale, go ahead. Place your leg down, hang on to the chair. So now if you want, you can change sides with that chair. Okay. Stand a comfortable distance from the chair that works for you. I'm not going to advise that you lean against the chair because, as you can see, it moves. So if you do feel that you need the support of something, you can find a wall. So you can come up here to the wall and you can lean against the wall in your tree pose. That's an option as well. It takes a little bit of adjusting to figure out which way works best for you. Or you can just have your hip against the wall and not the rest of your body. But I find that's a little bit difficult to mess with. I find it's easier to just use my hand for support if I'm going to use support. Okay, so feet positions again. You can have your right toes on the floor next to your foot with your heel above the ankle. You can have your foot not touching the floor, so your toes pointing towards the floor, but your foot's still wrapped around the ankle, or you can come up to your shin. Either way, take those muscles right below your sacrum, on the back of your hips, your gluteus muscles at the top, and draw them together. And as you draw those muscles together, you will feel these muscles here on the outside of your thighs working, pulling this right leg, or in the camera, it might be your left, drawing it back. Pull your belly button against your spine, pull your shoulders down. This can be your tree pose. This is totally acceptable if you're just focusing on alignment and engaging all these muscles up and down the spine. Or you can join me in prayer mudra, and you can open it up into a lotus. Breathing evenly in and out at your pace. One more inhale. And then exhale, place your hand on the chair, let your leg down, and go ahead and let out those wiggles. Release a little energy from those legs, because that is work on the hips. My hips are sore today because yesterday I did a lot of yard work. So I'm a little sore. So now we're going to do a little bit of routine in the chair, because I think that going into some half moon poses would be very good for us in the chair, and into gate pose. But actually, why don't we still stand next to the chair, right and left, and do our chair, our artist rest in the chair. So stand on your camera. It's probably to the left of the chair. I'm standing to the right of my chair. Take your right hand up to the ears and just fold towards the chair. And then draw your right shoulder back as you're doing that. And look out to either your left or your right side, away from the chair. Go ahead and rise up. Place that hand down, walk to the other side of your chair. So now I'm on the left side of my chair, and the camera, this may look like your right. Take your left hand up, or your right, alongside your outside ear. Fold towards the chair. Draw the shoulder that's on the outside behind you to open up your heart center. One more inhale. Exhale, go ahead and rise up. Place that hand down. That might feel really good to have opened up your side bodies that way a little bit. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to do a warrior sequence, and we're going to include gate pose. So go ahead and I'm deciding what I want to do with my blocks to do this. So in gate pose, normally we're on our knees, but we're not going to be on our knees for this. So I think what I'm going to do is just move that block on my left side just a little bit forward, so I have a placement for my foot. And I'm going to move my right leg straight out to the side in the opposite direction of my left leg. So I'm kind of like in a modified warrior two position. But what I'm going to do is place my left hand on the chair and rise my hand up overhead, and maybe even kind of like extended side angle, go over to the left, the bent leg. And then I'm going to rise up, place my right hand on my right leg, and then take my left hand alongside my left ear and curl towards my right leg. And then I'm going to place my left hand on the chair, bring my right hand up towards my right ear or my right arm, curling towards my bent leg, so to my left. And then I'm going to rise up again, place my right hand on my right leg, Take my left arm up alongside my left ear and curl towards my right leg, my straight leg. One more time, place the left hand on the chair, taking the right arm up alongside the right ear, curling to the left towards the bent leg. And then rise up, place the hand on the right leg, the straight leg, take your left hand up overhead and curl towards that leg. Go ahead and rise up and let's switch sides. It's a little awkward for me with these blocks deciding the best way to do it because this chair is a little too tall. All righty. Okay, so first place the right hand on the chair, take left hand up overhead and extend to the bent leg side. So in my case, that's my right side. Rise up, place the left hand on the left leg, take the right arm up alongside the right ear and curl towards the bent leg. Rise up, place the right hand on the chair, take the left arm up alongside the left ear, curling to the right, away from the straight leg towards the bent leg. Rise up, place your left hand on the left leg, right arm up overhead alongside the right ear, curling to the left towards the straight leg. Rise up, place the right hand on the chair, take the left hand up alongside the left ear, curl to the right. And go ahead and rise up, placing that left hand on the left leg, one more stretch to the left. Bringing your right arm up alongside your right ear and curling to the left. And then go ahead and rise up. Boy, does that feel good. And then let's go ahead, move forward in our chair. I'm going to adjust my blocks a little bit here. And then let's just draw our shoulders back and down and lift up our heart center, kind of like a camel pose. You can have your feet up on blocks or you can have them flat on the floor, whatever is most comfortable to you. But sit forward in the chair, bring your hands back, kind of hold the chair behind, kind of behind your hips, and draw your shoulders back and down as you lift your heart center towards the sky. Very nice. Go ahead and release out of that. If you can, take your hands behind you, clasp your hands, and go forward. Bring over your legs and just draw your shoulders together and back. Pull your hands behind you as you draw your shoulders away from your ears. If it's available, go ahead and rise them up into blade. My shoulders are stiff from doing all of that yard work yesterday. So I'm going to open up my hands actually to do that. Go ahead and rise up. Wiggle out your arms. And let's do that again. Pull our shoulders back and down. Pull our hands behind us with our knuckles kind of touching the chair. Just keep working our shoulder points together, drawing our heart center forward, and then go ahead and lift up your heart center as you open your throat and look towards the ceiling. And then on the exhale, fold over your legs. Your hands can remain behind you, or you can draw them up overhead. One more inhale. And on the exhale, rise up. Release that, wiggle out the arms. And then place your hands behind you again. Inhale, rise your heart center up. And then exhale, fold over your legs. Keep your hands behind you if you want, drawing your shoulders away from your ears, drawing your shoulder blades together on your back, or you can rise your hands overhead. One more inhale, and then exhale, rise up and place your hands on your knees. Go ahead and bring your shoulders up to your ears and back down. Bring them forward and up to your ears and back down. And do that again. Bring them forward, up to your ears and back down. Let's reverse that. Shoulders back, up to the ears and forward and down. Shoulders back, up to the ears and forward and down. And then shoulders back, up to the ears, forward and down. So the next pose that we're going to do is called rabbit. A rabbit's normally done on the floor. And on the floor, you're sitting on your knees, wrapping your hands around your heels and curling into a ball and putting your top of your crown of your head on the floor. Today, obviously, we're going to modify that. We're just only going to lay across our thighs. You can reach for your heels and draw your heels closer. So strengthening your arms while you're doing it. And then just allow the crown of your head to drop. And this is a chakra balancing pose. Go ahead and lay across your legs, drop your crown, grab your heels, and pull your heels towards your body, strengthening your arms, and focus on your crown chakra. One more inhale. And on the exhale, go ahead and release that. Place your hands on your knees and sit up. Inhale your hands overhead. Exhale your hands out and down. Inhale your hands overhead. Exhale, hands out and down. And then inhale your hands overhead. And then exhale them down. Let's go into rabbit again. So lay across your legs, grab your heels, draw your heels up towards your chest. So pulling your knees into your chest by pulling on your heels, and drop your crown. Continuing to strengthen the arms as you allow your crown to remain dropped. One more inhale. Exhale, release those heels. Rise up. Inhaling your hands out and up. Exhale your hands out and down. Inhale your hands out and up. Exhale them out and down. And then one more inhale, out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward over your legs. Grab your heels again. Drop your crown. Draw your knees into your chest as you pull on your heels, strengthening your arms. One more inhale. Exhale, go ahead and release your heels. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, hands out and down. Inhale your hands out and up. Exhale, circling them out and down. And then one more inhale, out and circling up. And then exhale, hands to prayer. And let's go ahead and do a twist. So place both of your hands on your knees. Turn your body to the right. Just turning your body without doing anything with your hands. And then if you want, take your left hand, walk it over to your right knee, and then reach behind and grab your chair and continue to engage in your twist. This is gentle yoga. It's chair yoga. Don't really contort yourself a lot. You're just doing a gentle twist, opening up. Go ahead and return back to neutral. Both hands on the knees. Look to your left. Drawing your left shoulder back as you draw your right shoulder around and forward. It's fine if you stay here. If you want to deepen it, take your right hand to your left knee. Reach behind and grab the chair anywhere you want and continue to deepen your twist. One more inhale. And then on the exhale, go ahead and turn to the front. Let's do a couple of seated cat-cow poses. I'm going to separate my blocks a little bit to give my feet a little bit of room. Inhale your heart center forward, allowing your sit bones to float back, drawing your shoulders back and down. Exhale, curl your back towards the back of your chair, rounding your shoulders forward, extending your arms, tucking your tailbone. Inhale, bringing the heart center forward, floating your sit bones back, pulling your shoulders back and down. And then exhale, reverse that, straightening out the arms, curling the back towards the back of the chair, drawing chin to chest, rounding the shoulders forward. Inhale, draw the heart center up and through, floating your sit bones back, drawing your shoulders back and down. And then exhale, reverse all that, curling to the back of the chair, tucking the tailbone, pulling those sit bones forward, pulling the shoulders forward, straightening out the arms. Inhale, rise up into seated position. Inhale our hands up again. Exhale them down. Inhale them out and up. And then exhale them down. And then let's go ahead and grab my phone again so that I can play the music for you. I would like you to sit all the way back in your chair, fully relaxing your shoulders against the back of the chair. So whatever you need to do to relax, you can even get out of the chair and you can lay down on the floor. That's totally acceptable. But what I want you to do is either have your shoulders fully in contact with the chair or have them fully in contact with the floor. I'm going to turn my chair slightly towards the camera. There we go. Okay. And I want you to sit back, find your comfortable position. And what you might do is try that mudra that we talked about, that lotus mudra. And you can draw that lotus mudra to the heart. Or if you want, you can even raise it up to the top of the head, although keeping it there for a long time isn't terribly relaxing, so I recommend it at the heart if you're going to take it. And I want you to think of the 1,000-petaled lotus flower and how that flower must descend every night into the depths of the river. And the next day when the sun rises, it emerges renewed, pure white, no mud, no dirt, ready to greet the day. Use this as a metaphor for your own living, that we have the opportunity every day for renewal. We sometimes will descend into the murky depths. And in that murky spot, we may be filling our mind with self-doubt, a belief that we are not valuable or important. We may become disconnected from ourselves, from our world, from the people in it. We may lose our way. We may lose our intention. We may lose our sense of who we are. We may make mistakes that we regret. We may spend a lot of time focusing on those mistakes, perhaps criticizing ourselves for those mistakes, bringing ourselves down because of those mistakes. I invite you now to enter into a gesture of forgiveness. And imagine yourself coming out of that murky place and greeting the new day with a sense of renewal, with a sense of being reborn even. Reborn in a new intention, reborn in a new understanding of yourself. Refreshed, renewed, telling yourself the story of a valued and loved human being who matters in the world, who matters to those around you. Imagine yourself feeling that fresh renewal, harmony within yourself, the confidence that you are right in this world right now. While you are focusing on that thought, while you are imagining your crown chakra as the 1,000-petaled lotus in many colors, while you are imagining that there is a higher divinity reaching for you and you are reaching for it, light flowing out of the crown of your head, reaching upward and around you. Imagine that light in many colors, rays of light flowing out of those petals on top of your crown. Give out your energy and draw energy to you. A relationship with the divine, a connection. Say to yourself, I eternally walk in the divine light. I invite you back to the present in whatever position you were in. Start to draw your consciousness back to the present. Maybe you want to flutter your eyes a little bit. Maybe you want to shrug your shoulders. Maybe you want to wiggle your fingers and toes. Go ahead and rise your hands up. Exhale your hands down. Inhale, rise your hands up. Exhale your hands out and down. And then inhale your hands up. Exhale, bring your hands to Ajna, your third eye. Inhale, bring them to Anahata, the heart center. I'm a little sad for our study of the chakras to come to an end, but I will release sometime this week what our next series will be. I like to teach these classes in a theme, a concept in yoga that we are focusing on and learning each week. Remember that we always have Monday morning chair yoga at 7 on Mondays, Monday nights at 8 p.m. We have getting ready for bed yoga, gentle movement, breathing and meditation. Wednesday mornings, we have gentle yoga, often at the floor. I think this week I'm going to introduce you to the wall and do a wall routine. Thursday night, we have traditional Hatha Vinyasa flow, energizing, sometimes vigorous, movement up and down, standing poses combined with poses on the floor. And then Saturday morning, brought to you at the Treasure Box, Power Yoga. All classes are centered around the same theme, drawing elements from each class into the next. So if you are part of my subscription, where you take all the classes for a low cost, $40 per month, you can start your practice out on Monday and build up to Saturday. My wish for you is that today you will focus on the idea that you are renewed and that you eternally walk in the light of the divine. The light in me joins the light in you. The yogi in me honors the yogi in you. Namaste. And thank you for coming.